have any class. No poker etiquette.
I think machine.
Pass.
Graham the machine. He knows
Ooh,
the
look at
story. I think
this.
he's just having fun out there.
Yeah, hit the 3-outer on the river. That's always fun.
Harker may have gotten a bit steamed up. He's made this 6,000, and I wonder if Flood can get action here.
15.
This will be sort of a big test of Shane
Price
Harker's
15.
composure.
Absolutely. Against a re-raise king 10 is nothing. He's supposed to fold, but we'll find out.
Pass.
If he's still steaming. How warm is it in
I'll lay this
Harker's
one
head?
down for my dad, Liam.
Okay.
I'll play next
Okay.
time.
Pass.
He's a cool customer.
He is a cool guy. But
did
no
think your
surprise.
dad
It
actually
usually
wanted to
takes
raise
more
the
than that to rattle a
call.
Belfast man.
And I said no.
Yeah, I guess
Wouldn't
they're
be fair.
used to some tough situations.
Big blind.
But I mean, the funny thing about it, you know, is we see maybe some tempers rising a little bit. That's always good for the
Pass.
game if you're a guy watching it. You know, it's always
Absolutely.
more fun. You don't want to see people yawning and bored.
Oh, you want to see the machine slow rolling in and needling the other place. You show, but
You got to see
Rise to 8.
conflict.
Pass.
You haven't used 9 yet. Take to 6, 7, and 8.
Liam's got some chips now. He might consider a call here.
It's a big weapon. I mean, you know, he's only got 30 or 40,000 more than Graham Smith, but that's a huge gambling tank, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I'll pass.
I mean,
Pass.
that 30,000 allow him to pick up 60 or
Call.
70,000 extra. And it must be freezing cold in there. Everybody's shaking.
Maybe it's the
Pass.
gentlemen sending cold shivers down their spines.
This is something like the third or fourth time we've seen Carrington call before the flop with a hand some people would have passed or raised with.
But I like it when he called against Graham because he knows the machine's gonna bluff away some chips.
Yeah, he was very successful with the pocket aces in a similar spot earlier, and he check raised. This time he's got top pair,
8.
and he's leading out.
Ah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. He changed
variation,
it. Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. So Graham said, "Oh, you checked me, raised me before. Now I think you're weak. I might raise you with my bottom pair."
I think it's going to be very hard for Smith not to fall into this trap.
Yeah,
I think Carrington's got him.
Raise to 20.
yeah. He's
Raise all in.
8, raise to 20, quick re-raise all in from Spencer Carrington. That's strength. That's tough.
yeah. He played it brilliantly, bleeding out, and the machine just stepped right in it and re-raised. And but now, well, he can't really call now.
I mean, this is a very high level of competition here.
You can.
I says I did.
Oh, you did? All right. But did you get the right answer?
I'll tell you, I did have one prediction before this heat began, and that was that the first pot the big pot that Liam Flood wasn't in, he was going to be involved in anyway.
I didn't like the answer.
It's a good
Fold.
fold there by Graham Smith.
Well, it's pretty easy fold,
Yeah.
isn't
Think
it?
so?
Yeah. There's not a lot of drawing hands out there. Usually people do
At
that
the end of the
with a
level.
flush draw, so
Oh.
you know
Oh,
he's
that was
beat
it.
with
All
bottom
right.
pair.
Right on me.
It's still a full field of trick or treaters, but who's knocking at the door? We'll see on the other side.
No one to play with? There's always partypoker.com.
Lines are up to 2 and 4,000, but you know, Ken, this is one heat out of all the ones that I just kind of feel like if the blind stayed at 1 and 2,000 forever, the game would still get over and done with in fine fashion.
I think you're right, Jesse.
I mean, and Graham Smith, look at that face. He's gotten scowlish.
He's not smiling and jiggling anymore.
I don't think he's thinking to himself how fortunate he is just to have had a new son right now. I think his
Raise
mind
to
is
8.
on the game.
Just minimum raise. Brilliant, says Paul
Call.
Smith with his pair. Cheap.
Yeah, Scullion's just called here. I'd
Very suspicious. 8.
say there's a problem. right now, Ken, which is that these guys know
Pass.
that Graham
Pass.
Smith could be raising with anything, but at the same time, he's liable to just get all the chips
Pass.
in, and
That's the problem. You know, he's like a wounded
Pass.
predator. You don't want to get messed up because you know he's liable to put all the chips in the middle.
right. A cornered lion right now, and it's only 4,000 on Harker.
Yeah, folding here is a big mistake. It's just too good pot odds to say no to it.
And I guess he's got those implied odds that if for somehow he flops the nuts, he make it on for everything.
Absolutely. That's a speculative hand 9-8. I mean, it's easy to get away from, but you can get paid handsomely if you hit it. I think
Pass.
that's a mistake to fold. He can afford 4,000 to see a flop.
Yeah. What if it comes 6, 7, 10 for crying out loud?
Ooh, look at this.
It's the second time.
This is the time to slow play, Mr. Smith.
Check. Check.
Good check there behind Smith by Scullion. If it comes the ace or a heart, the machine may get caught in a cog.
Maybe even a 10.
And we have not seen the machine check twice, once this evening. He's trapped here, isn't he?
8.
Yeah. It's perfect just call here. Let me see my hand. What did I have? Oh yeah, I had a set. I forgot.
Well, I mean, you know, obviously if Scullion knew what Smith had, he'd check here because Graham's drawing dead. But there are a couple of draws out there, aren't there?
There is.
$21. Raise to 21.
The raise is only 13,000. And I feel like Graham Smith's got a problem in that he's very suspicious that someone is trying to bluff him.
Yeah. Because this is the way he would bluff and try to steal the pot away.
No, another time for the player.
There is a chance that the machine will go all in here, but the correct play is of course to fold.
Sometimes it's hard to eat crow. The machine better serve up that pie right now if he wants to stay in this tournament. He's not happy. I'll tell you what. Things started off so well. He is not a happy man right now, is the machine.
I mean, all reasonable poker players would just fold the hand and be done with it, but the machine, he's bluffing so much, so he's like, he's got this superstitious mind.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, Scullion would be well within his rights to put a bluff down here if he did have nothing.
If it was a bluff, it would have been a brilliant bluff.
What kind of indication should the machine get from the fact that it's a very small raise? It's only
That it's either a very good hand or a very bad hand.
That's bad. That doesn't help.
Well, yeah, he can beat a very bad hand, but he can't beat a very good hand. I mean, he could, you know, put Smith Scullion on a hand like 9-10 or 7-9, so picked up of a draw with 8.
Fold.
The machine does the right thing.
He took his time about it. Maybe he let Scullion sweat, but right now the only guy in for trouble is Graham the Machine, who's trying to gather strength from within here. Bridgenorth's favorite publican, Graham Smith, has come a long way since the first time he played poker on TV. He's a player now, and the Machine recently became a father for the first time. Little Billy watching there from the green room with Mom Kelly. You know, they're behind Daddy all the way. You know, they say sportsmen show a dramatic increase in form after the birth of their first son, and Graham is really showing the A game tonight, but Carrington here, bit of a decision. You know, Ken, we've seen, of course, every
Pass.
card that everyone has played,
Pass.
but I would say there's 4 or 5 guys at this table who haven't
Raise
turned cards
to-
over yet.
8 would be the...
Yeah, that's usually indication of good play when people don't show hands, when
Raise
there's no
to 8.
showdowns.
Yellow one.
Because then it's play all the way.
Where are you from? You know the difference between 1 and 2?
No. Only chip.
This is the third hand on the trot, Ken, that Harker
Pass.
has raised.
Well,
Pass.